Breaking first at 11 tonight, the car a cross-country murder suspect stole on Fort Myers Beach appears to be back in Southwest Florida tonight. These were new pictures taken on I-75 in Fort Myers just before noon. We just got them. We checked the tag. It's the same one that Lois Reese is accused of stealing, and you can see all those red evidence stickers right there on the car. This is new video of her walking toward that white Acura outside Marina Village at the beach, and then you'll see her right there drive it off.
That car belonged to Pamela Hutchinson. Deputies say Reese befriended her, killed her, then stole her identity, her cash, and her credit cards. After weeks on the run, marshals caught Reese in a South Padre Island restaurant. Only Wink News showed you this video of her capture. And the man who tipped off marshals says he did it to help the family find closure.
Tonight, two teenagers arrested for killing a taxi driver in Lehigh Acres. We've blurred out the face of one of them because he's only 13 years old. Wink News anchor Bob Erzik's in the studio, and these aren't the first arrests in the case either. No, that's right. Lee County deputies say 16-year-old Epimenio Leal and the 13-year-old played a part in the murder, but were not quite sure what role. They first arrested Ricky Lagondi 2 weeks ago. Deputies say the three suspects shot Inso Esplitz multiple times on April 7th. It happened on Ruth Avenue North and 31st Street West in Lehigh Acres. Lagondi was arrested after this raid by undercover detectives on 26th Street Southwest, and it appears he confessed.
It appears that you did have a confession, at least according to the narrative, knowing that at least the robbery was going to occur. Based on the confession, I do find that the proof of guilt is evident.
And we just uncovered that these two teens that were arrested tonight were found less than 3 weeks ago in Lehigh Acres with stolen guns, ammunition, and drugs. But it doesn't look like they were ever booked. Well, they are tonight on second-degree murder charges. Amanda.
All right, thank you. Breaking tonight, police catch a crook running around with a knife in Cape Coral. Police say he hit home on Bellotto Parkway and bolted. After hours of searching, they just found him.
Look at this mess on the beach at Wiggins Pass Park in North Naples. We just found out there's a high level of concentration of red tide in this area, and it's not free to clean up all these dead fish off the beach. Wink News is the Weather Authority. Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell standing by with where the wind is sending that smell. But let's start our team coverage with Kelsey Kushner tonight. And Kelsey, you're finding out that we taxpayers could pay to clean up private property.
New at 11, a charred reminder of a scary moment left behind on a Cape Coral street after a school bus burst into flames with kids on board. Here's some new video of that fire, and you can see the flames just tearing through that engine. Nobody got hurt thanks to the quick actions of the bus driver. And we're hearing from that hero for the first time tonight. The Night Beat's John Carlos Estrada is live where it happened near the intersection of Cultural Parkway and 8th Street.
First on the Night Beat at 11, a big step in the fight against fecal bacteria in Cape Coral's Bimini Basin. New tonight, we're finding out authorities are cracking down on people who live on these boats. Video
from the Wink News drone shows you just how many dilapidated boats are dotting the water. And neighbors say many squatters are dumping their toilets overboard. The Night Beat's John Carlos Estrada live in the Cape with the story all new at 11. John Carlos?
All new at 11, this man saw something that made him so angry he had to slam his car into another car, then make a violent citizen's arrest. The crime he saw? A woman was driving too slow in front of him.
He was just already in a rage when he came out of his truck. So he started screaming, upsetting to me, his body pushing mine up against mine. And, his breath was in my face.
Victim is speaking only to the Night Beat's Kelsey Kushner tonight. Kelsey's live in South Naples.
Breaking first, a truck plunges into a Cape Coral canal. This is our first video from the scene. Police say stay away from that area while they investigate.
So let me show you exactly what part of town we're talking about here. It's unfolding here on Nelson between Kismet and Diplomat Parkway, not too far from Chiquita. The Night Beat's John Carlos Estrada just got there and have some bizarre new details for us. John Carlos. Also breaking tonight, a former Cape Coral hospital patient is suing Lee Health, saying a nurse there sexually assaulted her. The plaintiff says a night shift nurse raped her at the hospital in 2015. This is the second lawsuit tied to that same nurse. Tonight, Giovanni Echeverria is charged with 1 count of sexual assault. Lee Health, which owns Cape Coral Hospital, fired him, and the Florida Department of Health placed restrictions on his medical license.
Also breaking, the Toronto van attack claims another life. Police say 10 people are now dead. 15 others are still in the hospital. Also breaking, we're hearing what the accused driver said to police before they arrested him. Wink News anchor Bob Erzik is tracking the breaking developments.
Well, police officially identified the driver as 25-year-old Alec Manassian, who's from a Toronto suburb. They say they have him in custody after an intense standoff with an officer. Take a listen.
Come on, get down! No, get down! Get down! I'm going to my pocket. Get down! I'm going to my pocket. Get down! Get down, you get shot! Shoot in the head.
In this video, it appears the man pointing a gun at the officer, and at one point he says, "Kill me." He eventually surrenders, and that brave officer arrests him. Once again, 10 people are dead and 15 are injured. Also breaking, Canada's Minister of Public Safety says the attacker doesn't appear to be connected to any terrorist group.
A new delivery system promises to keep porch pirates away from your stuff by taking your porch out of the equation. Amazon is now delivering packages right to your vehicle. The program, called Amazon Key in Car, unrolled today in 37 cities, including 5 here in Florida. The Night Beat's Kelsey Kushner joins us live from Naples with how this works. Kelsey.
The call for action comes less than a year after a woman died in this fire on the very same block. The Night Beat's Oliver Redston live there with the story, all new at 11. 2 police officers and a security guard shot. The dramatic takedown. Breaking next.
And a judge forces the president to restart a controversial immigration program. Next.
Breaking next, a pickup plunges right into a Cape Coral canal. The fire chief says they tried to jump over it.
Plus, 2 teens just arrested for killing a taxi driver. Next. Breaking next, 2 people shot. The suspect still on the run.
Also breaking tonight, this crash sends 6 people to the hospital. We're live in 90 seconds.